So last night we went ahead and saw Dogecoin having a pretty surprising pop in the market. This was because Elon Musk went ahead and announced that Tesla would be accepting Dogecoin as payment. Now, if you had told me this about a year ago, I definitely would not have believed you. I would not say that this would ever be a type of phenomenon we would experience in the most recent years, but it has happened, and it happened out of the blue. So this resulted in Dogecoin having that little bit of a pop, and this kind of just got me thinking, well, what happened with all of those meme coins? What happened to that madness of Shiba Inu? Where are those newer crypto investors who are so passionate about a lot of these meme coins since they were having its run earlier last year? So in this video, what I want to do is actually take a review of what we experienced back in 2021, why meme coins went ahead and popped, and what we can expect to happen for the year of 2022. If there are opportunities in meme coins, obviously this is a time that you would want to load up on now, but on the contrary of that, there may be other things formulating. So as an investor, it's definitely important for you to be prepared. That's what it's all about in the crypto space. It's being on top of the trends, just one step behind it, and usually you can find yourself making some pretty decent profit. So in this video, we're going to be going over everything you need to know as an investor and some of the things that you should be looking out for. Towards the end of the video, I'm also going to be going over 3 important lessons on why you should consider investing into the cryptocurrency market now, one reason why you may want to avoid investing into the market, and we're also going to be talking about one key lesson that you should be knowing moving forward just so you stay protected as an investor. Now, before we get started with this video, if you guys can do me a favor, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so already. That'd be a huge help. In addition to that, we do also have a very, very special sponsorship from our partners over at Titan. So Green Hoodie Brian is going to go ahead and explain to you guys what that is all about. So if you're looking to make smart crypto investments with your money, but you don't have the time to do your own market research, you want to hear about today's sponsor, Titan. So Titan is an investing app that enables everyday consumers to have their money actively managed by award-winning investment experts while receiving frequent updates and explanation on all their portfolio updates. Titan is the first of its kind in offering accredited and unaccredited investors access to actively manage crypto portfolios and receive the same investment opportunities that hedge fund investors have, but with a twist. Titan will keep your money in your own individual account and personalize the investments based on your own risk tolerance and investment goals. And with zero performance fees and no lockups, your money is liquid and you can withdraw it at any time. So Titan has over 35,000 clients, close to $1 billion in asset management, a responsive client support team to help you with your specific needs, and some incredible strategic investors and partners such as Andreessen Horowitz, Will Smith, and Kevin Durant. If you want to diversify your portfolio and have been looking for a company like Titan, now is the best time to check them out. Titan is offering you all 3 months of free fees if you sign up using my link down below and invest a minimum of $100. Check it out, and a big thank you to Titan for sponsoring today's episode. So with all that being said, you guys, first of all, the global crypto market cap for today is sitting at $2.06 trillion. We're getting about a 1.87% increase over the last day, seeing a little bit less volume in the market overall on a day like this today, but we are still seeing some green. So woke up to some green, holding a little bit of that green, and that is because Bitcoin is currently sitting at $43,121. Looking at the 5-day moving average, it looks like we are 3% above that price, and we are not too far down below from that 20-day moving average, which is an important level for us to cross just so we can maintain that bullish pattern. Real quick, taking a look at the crypto fear and greed index today, it's going to reflect extremely fearful with a 21 on the barometer, where last week we did see an average of 18. Going into the top 24% coins, I did also fix my coin market cap. Oh, never mind. Filter market cap 1 billion. Let's do infinite. There we go. All right. So taking a look at the top 24% our gainers, we have DCR up 29% in the single day. We have Secret up 16%, Rose up 13%, FTT or FTX token up 8%, Polkadot up 6%, Aave still doing its thing, up 6% this week. While we have Dogecoin, which had popped, it is up 18% in the last 7 days and up about 5.78% for the day. This actually came after we saw a pop of Dogecoin returning back and breaking past that 20-cent level. So we actually haven't seen this happen in a long time. Dogecoin had its huge, massive SNL hype before it completely got dumped. We did not see the effects of Dogecoin going to the moon and hitting that $1 like many people were anticipating. Back even then, if you guys were following along on this channel, I had mentioned that the exit, at least within our Discord group, I did mention on YouTube too, that the exit that I would consider leaving would be 70 cents. So we got very, very close to that. And on different exchanges, we actually did see 70 cents getting passed. So as you guys can see, that was the market top. Well, Brian, how did you know that 70 cents would be the previous market top? I didn't. But the weenus knew. The weenus was speaking to me. It was pulsing, and it said 70 cents seemed like a high level. So what is the weenus telling us now? Well, going into the last 7 days, obviously you are seeing a little bit of green in the market when it comes to this meme coin right here. But does this mean that we could ever return back to levels something like this? Could that one guy, you know, the one guy, Dogecoin millionaire, I think that was his name, is he going to be relevant again? Is he going to come back to YouTube? Are we going to see Shiba Inu pop off again? That's exactly what I wanted to cover in this video right here. So let's start with this. Dogecoin, last night, it popped. Why? Well, we talked about it earlier. Elon Musk went ahead and said you can buy merch buyable with the coin. If I go onto Tesla.com, you can see the cyber whistle right here, selling for 300 Doge. You can actually go ahead and buy this off eBay now and StockX. Many people are flipping it like most people do. This is pretty cool. I actually wanted to buy this. By the time I checked it out after one of our Discord members had alerted us, it was sold out. Couldn't get it, but maybe next time. There's an article here that was posted a few weeks back over on Binance just talking about the meme coin mania, some of the reflections that we have. Now, obviously the main two were Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. Shiba Inu went ahead and overtook Dogecoin by a significant amount. If you guys do remember, looking at the coin market cap, Shiba Inu, it was actually riding really high. It was surpassing a lot of the top cryptos, and it was blowing everyone's mind. Now it is listed still at number 14, which is pretty nuts in my opinion, only because it is still surpassing a lot of cryptocurrencies, a lot of layer ones that do have solid fundamentals, solid utility. But if we take a look at the last 1 year, I mean, this was the mountain of hype that we had. A lot of people were buying in. We had a little bit of another spike again. But at a certain point, you have to realize, especially with meme coins, if a lot of this money, if a lot of the positions that are getting held right now are coming from retail investors, which a majority of it are. So if we take a look at some on-chain analysis, getting a better look at this pie chart right here, which is telling us the top 100 holders of this crypto. You also have to realize these big pies, a lot of these are actually exchanges. Within these exchanges are going to be millions of people who did decide to end up buying some Shiba. So personally in my life, not my crypto community, but like friends that I had growing up, almost everyone seemed to have bought into these meme coins. They were telling their parents, their friends, their cousins, their coworkers, hey man, you should just put $100 into here, while it was having that enormous amount of hype, because a lot of people thought it was going up. So when it comes to moments like this, you have to realize that there is always a level of support that is really hard to breach. People who are down 80% on their investment oftentimes don't even care to sell it. If you put $100 in and it's only $20 left, a lot of people just say, you know what, screw it, it's only $20 in there, why sell it? When a mass majority of people have that mindset, oftentimes what you see is just stabilization, just seeing prices holding within a certain channel. And that's what we've been having with Shiba Inu while the entire crypto market was still lifting off. Now, I do also have to say that I have not been looking into any updates that this team may have. They may have started an additional burning process. They may actually have a more extensive roadmap. I've been out of the meme coin craze, especially once everything started to die down. But going back into the purpose of this video, to just keep us on track on what the learning lessons are, why did meme coins blow up last year? What actually happened? So you're actually asking the right person. Inverse went ahead and wrote a full article on me and just a few other YouTubers who are ahead of the entire meme stock craze, which actually was the origins before the meme cryptocurrencies started to pop off as well. All right, so scrolling down, we have my boy Matt Kors on here. We got me on here. And where's this little article? Bop, 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 bop. Okay, here's one of my live streams that we had. Some of our live streams, guys, it was doing crazy. I remember we were getting, at one consecutive moment, we had 30,000 live viewers. There's a lot of pressure on me. I've never experienced anything like that. And I just remember the mentality that the people had. I just remember seeing how much search volume we had during that time. And pretty much what ended up happening was everyone who got into the meme stock craze went over and started to put their money into cryptocurrency. So the next meme cryptocurrency while I was doing these live streams was Dogecoin. I remember starting to see Dogecoin like pop up when AMC, GME, and a lot of these stocks weren't moving. So a lot of this was happening about a year ago from today. It was January going into February. We had the hype die down, and then we had that actual Dogecoin craze popping off. Now, looking at Google Trends, obviously, this is completely flat right now. Even with the little pop in price we have, comparatively to the entire market, it isn't anything crazy. Dogecoin is up 6% today, while we're still seeing that number reflect amongst most cryptocurrencies on the board. Now, shortly after after the whole AMC Wall Street bet saga and the Dogecoin die down, we then, remember, had Shiba Inu. So this started to pop off in Q3 going to Q4 going into November, and a ton of people were just riding the crypto wave. Now this actually followed alongside the same cycle of Bitcoin. All right, so to simplify the timeline of what's happened, because in the past 1 year, a lot has definitely happened, especially within the crypto scene. So the first run up that we had with Bitcoin within one of these channels is actually once we saw Dogecoin starting to lift back up too. Now Shiba Inu, this was, I would say, the second cycle going into the end of October, where we actually had Bitcoin having its additional ride up right here. That's when Shiba wanted to take that lift off as well. Now, since Shiba Inu has flattened down, we've seen Bitcoin coming down together in price as well. So looking at both of these charts, it kind of looks like there is a correlation, especially within the last few months. But I do also want to let you guys know that meme coins are highly dependent on the hype. It's dependent on other individuals, other retail investors, whales trying to get in on the action and telling people this is where the money's going to be at. Moving into the year of 2022, the biggest comparison I can make is that retail investors are much more educated in the space than they were when we had the first ride up and the Bitcoin price moving parabolic. A little bit more education and foresight just going into the market. I do believe this is going to show a lot more investors the way of getting into other alternative assets that have proven utility in the space. Now, this doesn't mean that meme coins are going to be completely dead. We may have another pop later on in this year, but for me personally, I have zero interest still in wanting to have any positions loaded up in a cryptocurrency like this. Like I've mentioned in my last few videos, I strongly believe that this is going to be a year where all the innovation occurs, where crypto gaming, metaverse, the layer 1 solutions, and alternative assets within crypto like NFTs, DAOs, Web3s, that's where we're going to see a lot of that money taking off. Just like what we've seen in terms of the evolution of the web, we've also been seeing the evolution of the cryptocurrency market happening right before our eyes. So first we had Bitcoin. Bitcoin was payment. It was democratizing the way we could send money to each other without having a central entity. Right after that, we went ahead and saw the developments of DeFi, Ethereum projects, Ethereum taking off, going to the moon as well, and we saw other layers building on top of that. Within DeFi, this is where we began to see that huge transition coming from traditional finance sectors. This was the alternative solution that many people were looking for in terms of transparent, open, and secure ways of creating additional income, finding ways to loan out their income, yield farm, find interest, stake, you name it. Now, once DeFi was a hit and people saw the utility behind that, naturally we did begin to see the NFT market taking off. So currency, DeFi, NFT, then slowly going into what we assume next is the metaverse or any crypto games. So trying to put a lot of these thoughts that I'm saying into an imagery, I went ahead and did some research and found the idea of the 4 types of innovation that happens in a business. So I want to compare this to what we've seen in crypto in the most recent years. On this y-axis, we have complexity, and then on this x-axis, we have existing markets. So obviously we started with incremental innovation, Bitcoin. It was so speculative in the beginning. People didn't want to buy it, and if people did want to buy it, they just weren't sure where it was going. It was still a huge risky bet in the beginning of time. And then once we began to see that traction lifting off, like I mentioned, that's when we had DeFi completely turning over the space. Then moreover in the architectural innovation is when we began to see art. We began to see those NFTs. We began to see real utility, and then a lot of the celebrities and groups and institutions now pouring their backing into this different space. Now, what's after this is what we believe is going to be the radical innovation, and this is why I believe this is going to be so monumental to the growth. Now, I'm not sure if the size proportions of this chart is relative to the increase in ROI we would see. But if you just take a look at the big circle compared to the incremental of the radical, I mean, if we do get the same ROI of what we saw with Bitcoin, you know, having its liftoff starting from the price that it came out when it released to where it's at now, 40-some thousand dollars. If we have that type of ROI experience in the radical innovation sector, which many analysts are predicting to do, we're expected to see not billions, but trillions of dollars flooding into this market of metaverse and the next Web3 components. It's not just individuals, it's not just whales, but it's a lot of VC firms, it's a lot of large companies, just like Facebook. So for the year 2022, here is what I am doing. I think any low cap meme coin that you put your investment into, it's going to be, you either never see that money again, or you could experience a pop, which could be pretty unlikely. Now, that doesn't mean your chances of making huge returns is completely zero, but I do know many more people people who got burned in the market than a lot of those winners that we've seen turn into six-figure heirs or millionaires just by investing into the right token and not knowing what's going to happen next. You also have to keep in mind that there is bias in the crypto market, meaning a lot of people who talk about their success are going to want to talk about it more if they are making money, but all the people that have flat portfolios or have no money or have lost significant amounts of money, they're not going to be tweeting about that, making videos about that on the internet and telling the entire world like, hey, it's a flex because I lost like, you know, $50,000 in the market. That's not usually the case. So if you have this biased understanding that everyone was making money with Shiba Inu, it's not often the case. Actually, it turns out that a lot more individuals did lose money from those meme coins, and a lot of them are still ended up holding the bag. For me personally, I'm not placing any additional bets into cryptocurrencies like that. I'm still focusing on the ones that provide utility. I'm focusing on the ones that the VC institutions are continuing to back in, because if we do experience any type of winter, no matter how cold it is, maybe it's Banff, Canada cold, we will still be around because they have that money to keep those projects going until we get another lift in the market. With that being said, let's wrap up this video. 3 reasons to invest into the crypto for 2022. Here it is. I'm going to mention this so much in my videos because this is a concept that you have to get through your head, but the utility of crypto is here and it's here to stay. We are getting more and more companies just like Samsung, who recently bought into land into the metaverse. We saw Adidas buying land into Decentraland, also known as the metaverse, and we're getting more and more companies loading up those positions, finding out different ways where they can utilize NFTs, give back to the people, and also develop and expand their territory in the internet. Number 2, a lot of the major cryptocurrencies that are around are just still increasing in market cap. Why is that important? Well, the more money you have in a certain asset, assuming that it's not futures, it's not derivatives, or it's not off leverage, if it's your money that you're putting into the market, you're in pretty good hands. If you get a lot of investors who are putting their bag in, realizing, hey, no matter what happens in the market, I'm not going to take it out for the next 5 to 10 years. That right there is showing the solid foundation and support that we need and to continue growing the entire market cap of the crypto world. Now, the third reason why I choose the crypto investing space is simply in terms of ROI. If we talk about risk versus reward, you can continue to put your money into alternative assets, savings account where you'll literally lose money based off inflation rates we saw, or you could put your money into the SPY, the VOO, the index of your choice, any stock that you have. But the ROI, in my opinion, is not going to be there compared to if we see crypto lifting off and taking up again. Now, for me, my investing portfolio is much different than many other people, even other people on YouTube. Most people tend to be more traditional, more on the safe side. I like to see my age. I'm relatively young and I have a higher risk tolerance. I don't have mouths to feed. It's just me out here. And knowing that if I can go ahead and possibly make a 10 to 100x in this industry versus just playing it safe and making maybe like 20% or 12% back on my return in the stock market, that is a risk that I'm willing to take. With that risk in mind, you do have to realize if everything comes down crashing and burning, if we do enter a crypto winter, the question you should be asking yourself as an investor is, are you going to be okay? Are you going to be okay not having access to that money for a few years? Are you okay if you saw your portfolio tank 80% right now? If you're not, you may want to consider taking those profits off. With a lot of the altcoins that are riding up in the market now, you should still be in the green, depending on what your cost basis was. But at least for me and my portfolio right now, I'm still very well in the green with a majority of my picks. There's always going to be a possibility for any markets to crash. That is the purpose of investing. You invest into the market when people are speculative, you go through the ups and downs, but my skin on the elbow is telling me, Brian, this may not be such a bad year at all. But what you have to do is to at least be prepared. You have to be prepared for both scenarios. And if you think you can't handle the darkest, grimmest situation, then make sure you take the extra precautions right now as an investor. There is nothing wrong with having money on the sideline. Yeah, inflation is eating things up, but it's better than taking a huge loss in the market. For me personally, I think, and this is what I said earlier in January, which has still been playing out, we're going to be consolidating. We're going to be consolidating within a channel. We may go back up to $44,000, $45,000. Then we're going to have that correction like we usually do. We may have another dip in the market where we go under $40,000, but I just see us consolidating within this channel, at least going into the next quarter, just until we get some more stability coming from central bank policy. Central bank policy. I almost said central bank. Anyways. With that being said, there are different moves that you can also make as well. If you are more confident in the crypto market, you can double down. If you aren't and you want to be more diversified, there are different stocks or hedges that you can take place right now. So in case the market goes down, you have another asset that goes up that can actually level out your gains. The importance and the big lesson and the takeaway for all this is to make sure that you are diversified. No matter what you are, depending on what market you're in, make sure you're diversified. Now, for me as an individual, I'm not just crypto. I recently invested into a restaurant last year. One of the best decisions I've made. I never thought I would be in the food industry. All my friends who own restaurants tell me, Brian, never invest in a restaurant, but I'm all about I'm all about that diversity. Aside from restaurant, there are other assets, real estate, homes, commercial real estate, even different things like watches as an example. These all can go up tremendously in value, be a hedge against different markets. And if we do have a great reset or anything else happening, you know that you are still covered. Now, although I can't predict the future, which I wish I could have my little genie ball or like the same thumbnail I've been using for the last year, that little moon globe thing. I wish I could look into that and see what happens in a year from now, but I can't. I don't know what the globe ball thumbnail thingy is telling me, but I'll tell you this, regardless of the situation, just stay prepared. Make sure you have contingencies. If you have one source of income, make sure you spread that out. If you have one job right now and you don't know if it's going to be existent in the market or you want another opportunity to grow, pick up a skill, learn something else where you can provide that value and then expand. When it comes to investing into the crypto market, it's more than just investing into the crypto market. It's all about what you do as an individual. It's all about knowing exactly what you can tolerate. And then from there, it's all about taking the steps and the actions to make sure you stay on top of things. Now, ladies and gents, that is the video for tonight. I hope you guys are going to have an amazing weekend so far. Got another day in the life video coming out and it's going to be pretty interesting. You guys can actually, I think it's the first one that I'm doing in this new apartment that I moved into about a few months ago, three months ago. Time is flying. So you guys can get a look at what I do in a normal day to day. I'll take you guys to the restaurant that I recently invested into. I'll take you guys to the gym and just show you guys what my inner operations, what my day to day is looking like. Because compared to, let's say a year ago, a lot has definitely changed. A lot has changed and I'm super blessed to be in the situation I'm in. And hopefully through content like that, I can inspire you guys and show you guys that anything is possible. So thank you all so much again for watching this video. We always do a secret code word for this video. Let's do pods. I got some AirPods right here. Comment down below pods if you guys are watching this video all the way till the very end. In addition to that, big thank you again to Titan for sponsoring today's episode. Follow me over on Twitter at Brian Jungi and follow me on Instagram at Credit Brian. Make sure when you do follow me though, you use the links in the description of the video to do that because there's a lot of scammers, a lot of fake people impersonating my actual account. And I don't want you guys to be following, the wrong account, get tricked. Let's not have that happen. Okay, that is everything. Have an amazing day. Love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.